How are we doing, guys? Bristol City 1, Leeds United 3. Leeds start with a win. Now, this is a match review of the game. It's a fantastic start. Let's be honest, it's a fantastic start, isn't it, guys? It is, in a week where, in a weekend where we've seen a lot of, unexpected results, a lot of hiccups. You look at Bristol City away and you say that's definitely potential for a hiccup, isn't it? It's definitely potential for a hiccup. Let's be honest. It's a good win, but look, there's certain elements of the performance, where you say, we're still working on things. We've still got to find, certain elements, that we need to improve on. You look at, I think, the start of the game. Weirdly, the game in terms of the passing of the game kind of reminded me of Derby away in the playoffs. In that we started badly. Let's be honest. Today we did not start that game well. The first 10-15 minutes, we were almost afraid to sort of play for the first 10-15 minutes. But we had that big moment. Adam Forshaw played a crossfield ball and there was a decent little chance of Patrick Bamford, and then we relaxed after that. As soon as we got that chance, we relaxed and we were absolutely superb for the rest of the first half for me. We go ahead through Pablo, another absolutely unbelievable moment of Pablo Hernandez. I mean, it's not even a surprise anymore. As soon as he goes on that left foot, I think that he's found he can do damage on that left foot as well. People say he's very one-footed, absolute rubbish. A lot of people said he was past it. He doesn't look past it to me. He hasn't looked past it in pre-season. Okay, maybe we're going to have to manage Pablo's minutes a little bit more this season, but he's still, quite frankly, the best, if not one of the best players in the Championship. He is the best footballer we have had since we dropped out of the Premier League. Absolutely no question about that. There's absolutely no doubt about that, is there? He's been absolutely superb throughout his time at Leeds United, and it's just absolutely brilliant. He's just an amazing player, isn't he? Let's be honest. But yeah, I think we didn't start the game so well. We get ourselves the goal, and then we calm down. We completely calm down. In the sense that, say, we were afraid to play sort of first 10-15 minutes. I thought Bristol pressed us really well for those first 10-15 minutes, but we started to get that belief when we created that first chance that, we can play through this. We've had to face this last season, we've had to face this in pre-season. We have that ability on the ball to play through this, and for me, the man who led a lot of that was Ben White. What a performance that was of Ben White today. And I'm going to go as far as to say that's one of the best debuts I think I've ever seen from a Leeds player. He was perfect. He was absolutely perfect today. There's no question about that. He was perfect today. Sorry guys, I'm filming off a different kind of recording equipment today. I'm filming with the iPad today, so I'm looking that way. I need to be looking this way. Sorry guys, it's not a great start. But yeah, Ben White, absolutely sensational today in every single sense. Everything he had to deal with, he dealt with, and on the ball, my word, he's so technically gifted, and he suits his system better than any other defender I've seen since Marcelo Bielsa got the job. Since Marcelo Bielsa has been Leeds United manager, I've not seen a player suit this system better. He's just been absolutely superb, and he led that back four, or that back three, for the last half an hour. I thought it was absolutely sensational today, and unbelievable. One of the best debuts I think I've ever seen off a Leeds player. Hopefully that continues. But yeah, I'm just going to make a couple of notes during the game. But yeah, the Bristol pressing for the first 10-15 minutes did cause us some problems, but Bristol didn't create anything. I'll be honest, first half, I don't think Lee Johnson would be happy with that first half at all. They did not create anything. But yeah, there's a couple of things to go through. I think Kiko, he came off his line a couple of times in that first half. There was a couple of heart in mouths moments, but for me, I thought he got it mostly right. There was a few times on crosses where he sort of did flap a little bit. He did try and go for everything, and I prefer that to a keeper who's scared to go off his line. We've had too much of that over the last couple of years in Vijbold, Silvestri, etc, etc. But he got a little bit nervy at times, but he read the game well. And yeah, that's all I can sort of say on that issue. I don't think he was massively tested during the game. He's probably had to make a good save. Maybe a slight question on the goal we concede. Could he get down there quicker? It's a decent finish, to be fair. But yeah, we'll go on to that anyway. But the second half, again, the second half we didn't start so well. First 5 minutes of that second half, wasn't too happy. I thought, we're very sloppy here, very sloppy that sort of second half. But we get the second goal. Pablo again, brilliant skill. And then he finds Paddy Bamford, and Paddy Bamford today, absolutely brilliant. Absolutely no criticism at all of Paddy Bamford. The fans were behind him from the first minute today, and he repaid the faith, to be honest. He was absolutely brilliant. But guys, to win 3-1, first away game, and say there's still things we can work on, that has to give us confidence now. It has to be confidence, absolutely no doubt about it. You know, the fact we've won 3-1 away from home, there's still certain elements of the performance I can say a little bit sloppy there and there, and then yeah, we have to be happy with that. We get the third goal, Jack Harrison, lovely counter, fantastic counter attack, and at that point we're absolutely cruising in the game. Mateusz Klich, Adam Forshaw got good control in the middle of the park, but yeah, the only real, you know, there's a couple of players, I'm not going to single out any players here, but there's a couple of players who didn't think were quite at the best, and with that, you know, with that, I think you have to take great confidence. You know, I don't think we're at our absolute best, and we've won the game 3-1 at a good team away from home. You know, at Ashton Gate, Bristol City, we made it a fortress last season. Very tough place to go, and we've put a really. It was a complete performance today, wasn't it? Let's be honest, it was a complete performance. And the big thing for me was how clinical we were today. You know, Paddy Bamford had one clear-cut chance, and he took it. He was just absolutely brilliant today, and yeah, you know, we were clinical. That is something we weren't clinical enough last season. Away from home, you've got to be clinical. You know, no matter how well you play, there's going to be games where you don't get many chances. Today, I don't think it was a game with many chances today. I think both teams were clinical. It wasn't really a 3-1 game for me, but you've got to be. It's absolutely brilliant. It's the perfect scenario for me. You know, we score 3 goals away from home, and there's still elements. You know, still think we can improve on. Maybe I'm being a little bit overcritical. I'm going to maybe get a little bit of stick in the comments, but for me, I'm happy, guys. I'm absolutely buzzing with this. You know, we've proven people wrong. You know, a lot of people said, "Will we come back from that Derby game?" And we put a complete performance in. Maybe not the perfect performance, but there you go. So yeah, then we make the change, and Mateusz Klich comes off, Helder Costa comes on. For me personally, I would have rather seen Helder Costa come on for Pablo Hernandez. You know, I felt at that point we could have given Pablo Hernandez a bit of a rest. It's important we take those chances to give Pablo Hernandez a rest. And yeah, maybe we lost a little bit of control in midfield. The goal we conceded is frustrating. It's a goal we shouldn't concede. You know, on that left-hand side, I think we should deal with the situation better. It wasn't really so much an individual on the goal. It just shouldn't really happen. He shouldn't really be getting the shot off there. But yeah, that's the only real criticism I can have defensively. The defence, I thought, was solid. I thought at times it had to do a little bit of work. Certainly the last 15 minutes or so, and maybe the first 15 minutes against Famara Diédhiou, who I thought we dealt with well. You know, of course, he had that clear 4 to 5 inches in height, more than sort of White and Cooper. But I thought White and Cooper counteracted that really well. You know, especially White. I thought he was absolutely brilliant throughout the game. The ability on the ball, the composure on the ball in tight situations. You know, in the first 5 minutes of your debut, you're getting chased back. You're in your own corner, and he's just taken Famara Diédhiou out the game. He's sent him for a hot dog. It was absolutely brilliant. He's just turned him. Brilliant stuff to see. It's brilliant to see composure like that on his debut. And hopefully it continues. Hopefully it does continue. But guys, he's the man of the match for me today, Ben White. Absolutely no doubt about it. But I'm just going to see if there's anything else I want to touch on. Yeah, the other thing I want to touch on here is the decision to go to a back 3 when Bristol City went to 2 up front. This is something I've been talking about. You know, I think Marcelo Bielsa is going to trust his belief that, you know, when the team plays 2 strikers, he changes to a back 3. He always wants one extra centre back and the other team as striker. It was a principle he didn't really fully use last season. You know, at times he just trusted the back 4 system. But this season, I think after Derby, I think after Birmingham last season, you know, when teams played 2 up top and we tried to counteract it with 2 centre backs, I think no matter what, no matter how well we're doing in the game, as soon as a team changes to 2 up top, we change to a back 3. Absolutely no doubt about that for me now. You know, I think Marcelo Bielsa will completely back his belief in that you have to have an extra centre back and the other team as strikers. So yeah, I definitely think that's going to be the case. But yeah, you know, guys, you know, it was a good performance, wasn't it? It's a good away performance, clinical. It's everything you want. Defensive solidity. Maybe we're at our absolute best, as I've touched on probably about 1 million times now. I think the other thing is sort of the last 15 minutes where it felt a little bit unnecessary. You know, when we conceded the goal, we did lose a bit of composure in the middle of the park. You know, that we had throughout the sort of most of the game. But yeah, you know, at the end of the day, you're going to have periods of pressure in games. You know, you're not going to fully dominate games throughout. And we had that clinical edge to ourselves. And Helder Costa came on, didn't quite see a lot of the ball, but a couple of little openings and that lot. And all in all, good stuff. You know, I think Marcelo Bielsa was a perfectionist. He was getting very frustrated those sort of last 10 minutes that we weren't more comfortable. But guys, he's taking that all day long. You know, it's absolutely brilliant stuff. But I sent out a quick man of the match poll before it went on. So I'm just going to see who has won that poll this time. for me, it's a close one between Ben White and Pablo Hernandez, but it'd be interesting to see what you guys think. You know, a couple of comments coming in. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see who is the man of the match. What you guys are thinking. Pablo is pretty much dominating the vote, to be fair. Pablo and Ben White have taken up 92% of the vote so far. Pablo on 60%, Ben White on 32%. Shout outs as well to Paddy Bamford and Adam Forshaw. Adam Forshaw I've not mentioned a lot. You know, I thought he used the ball brilliantly today. It's probably one of his best games I've seen in the high 8 role. You know, he's creative, he's making things happen. He had a couple of decent openings on goal. He made things happen. I've already said that. Defensively, you know, he tracked back well. I thought it was one of Adam Forshaw's best games in that number 8 role. Click playing a little bit further forward, kept the ball nicely. And to be fair, we've had good control of the game. You know, we've not been at our best, and we've had good control of the game. You know, sort of last 10-15 minutes we lost a little bit, but that's been uber critical. That's been uber critical. I do still think, you know, those little elements, you know, that little bit of when we learned a little bit sloppy last sort of 15-20 minutes, we're gonna have to cut that out a little bit. You know, we're gonna have to show less of that. But this is a good start, guys. 45 games to go. But enjoy this season. I've already said it. Enjoy this season. This could be the final season of Pablo Hernandez, Calvin Phillips, Marcelo Bielsa, players like that, managers like that. You know, enjoy the moment. But yeah, guys, 3-1 away to Bristol City. I think, I've not even checked this, I think it puts us top of the table, which will do very, very nicely at this early stage of the season. Big game next week against Forest, but make sure, if you haven't already, you check out Conor's review of the game, which will be going out around now as well, and Joe's review of the game as well. And we also did something called the Championship Roundup, which went out this morning, filmed last night, and it's going to be a weekly series. And last thing I want to touch on, guys, is that if you are interested in sponsoring the channel, please let us know. This can be many different forms. We're discussing this currently as a group. It's something we're interested in doing. We want to take the channel to the next level. But if you're interested in sponsoring the channel, the other guys will mention this as well, please get in contact with us, either through our YouTube channel, to our Gmail accounts, through Twitter, Instagram. We're on all sorts of socials, Facebook. Even if you want to contact any of us directly, please feel free to do that. Our links are all in the description, social media wise. Let us know, guys. Let us know if you're interested. But anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it there. Bristol City 1, Leeds United 3. Great start to the season. Live in the moment, guys. Enjoy this season no matter what. See you later.